A little bit of self-indulgence for me there. That's Arcade Fire from the new album Neon Bible, and a track called Keep the Car Running. That may even be a single. You're listening to Keith Woodhouse, and my guests in this session are Scarlet Soho.
Hello.
Hello, Scarlet Soho.
Hello.
I'll tell you a little bit about them. They're actually a two-piece, really a three-piece, but the third piece couldn't be bothered to come, you see. So and normally it's the drummer who doesn't turn up, and I know this, and his drummer's all over the place now saying, well, he said this just a minute ago, but no, it does seem to be the drummer, but this time it's the keyboards. And the first time you ever came down to do an acoustic session for me, I don't know if you remember this, you came into the studios, it's supposed to be acoustic, right? And they brought all this equipment, and when they plugged it in, the lights dimmed. And I thought the studio is not going to be able to take this, and I was expecting a couple of guitars, and that was it. But no, you brought all this equipment, you had a keyboards about the size of my bed, and it's just about fitted in the studio, and it was just like weird, because I'd just been used to people turning up with guitars. So over the years, I've battered you, and tonight you've just turned up with two acoustic guitars, haven't you?
We've come to prove ourselves this evening.
This is it. Robin of Loxley. Go forth and prove yourself. And there you can come and do it now with your bass, acoustic bass. So you've got an acoustic bass there, haven't you?
I have, yeah. I don't play it very often. Unfortunately, I find it quite hard to.
She stole
to
it.
play. I did. I borrowed it.
Yeah.
I would say I borrowed it
Off a famous band.
off my boyfriend's band.
I didn't know you had a boyfriend, you
I
see.
do.
So hang on a minute, but just before you say on air, let me pull these down. You can tell me who it is. Right, funny enough, it's very, very strange. This I was just thinking that one of my favourite songs is actually by that band, but I am not going to be a sycophant. I'm not going to be a sycophant. I'm going to play a track. This is a fellow called Jack Panarti. Sounds like something you get in the Subway sandwich shop, isn't it? I'll have a Jack Panarti, please, on rye. And a track from him. Let me see what it's called. I can't even find the name of the track. Where's my running list here? Oh, it's called Spit at Stars. I hope you don't do that. No,
only Robbie Williams.
Oh no, you shouldn't say that. Poor old Robbie.
It was a long time ago.
Oh, so you actually have done it?
Yeah, it was before he was ill. So.
I'm going to play this song before we have the police battering the door down. This is Jack Panarti and Spit at Stars.
Trying, destined to be filing. The higher you reach, the harder you fall.
spit of stars from Jack Penati, or it may be Penate. I mean, I don't know. Have you ever?
We've had this conversation
We have.
already. We have.
Yeah, or Penyate even,
Yes.
with the little accent.
Oh, well, is that a Barcelona scarf you've got there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, so you'd know about things like this.
Oh, of course.
My nephew was out in Barcelona, and he's about. I've got to be careful what I say now. I'm supposed to know how old he is. He's about 8 years old, I suppose. And his name is James. So on the back of his Barcelona shirt, he had written Gimaldinho.
You
I like
need
that.
one of them. You need
So
it.
yeah, it looks pretty clever actually. And I'll never forget the time I took my my son into the shop at West Ham, and he said he saved up all his money, you know, and he said, I want a name on the back of my shirt. So I said, well, you can pay for that. So he saved up all his money, you know, and we went in there, and it was a night game, and it was really damp, cold night, and we went in, and I bought him the shirt, and he took it up to the counter, and he said, I like the name put on it, and he said, yeah, fine, and he says, what do you want? He said, I'll have Ferdinand. Right? So the bloke got out a calculator. He said, right, so much to set it up, so much a letter, so much to print it. It came to a fortune. He said, I think he must have been about 10, 11 years old, and he just looked at the bloke and he said, sod that, I'll have a boo. And he must have been the only West Ham supporter with a boo on his back. Because poor old Boo, he only had 4 letters in his name. So it came out cheap.
Great.
And I used to nick his shirt. Because I was too tight to go out and buy myself a replica shirt, so I used to nick this shirt and go out, and I used to walk in a pub and people would go boo. So I quickly gained this reputation of being a boo in this shirt that didn't fit me, like, you know, and it would sort of like just cover my chest really. It was like, nowadays it would be quite fashionable showing off my midriff if I had a tattoo across it or a pierced belly button or something like that. But unfortunately in those days it wasn't, and I looked just like the fat bloke at Southampton. You know? Have you seen that bloke at Southampton on the beginning of the football?
I have.
You have, because you're a Saints fan, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you wear a Barcelona scarf, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah. You see, you wouldn't catch me in a Barcelona scarf.
It was a gift.
Was it? Oh, well, you've
Yeah.
got to wear it then. You've got to wear it. Lost Profits. I got a new track from them. It's called, well, I don't know whether it's 4 a.m. Forever or 4 a.m. Forever. You work it out yourselves.
Yesterday I lost my closest friend. Yesterday I wanted time to end. I wonder if my heart will ever mend. I just let you slip away. 4 a.m. forever. Maybe I'll never see you smile again. Maybe you thought that it was all pretend. All these words that I could never say. I just let them slip away. 4 a.m. forever. Why don't you hear me when I'm calling out to you? Why don't you listen when I try to make it through? Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. You never knew. Hold a little tighter. 4 a.m. forever. Maybe
single taken from their album Liberation Transmission. And we do have someone in the studio who wonders why they've actually brought that out as a single. Even more wondering why I played it. I don't know why you're playing this. And here we are, you see, I've got a new producer. Like live on air, we've got a new producer come in and said, oh, well, that one's going. But as you know, I don't edit this down. It is not because I'm being the consummate professional. I'm just too lazy, really. My guests in the studio tonight are Scarlet Soho.
Hello.
Hello, gang.
They are going to play a song for us. Jim has got a Barcelona scarf on because I'm blasting out here the air conditioning. And he was given this scarf as a gift, so he's and believe it or not, right, they have been on Saints Radio today, right, which is Radio Southampton.
That's right.
And if people wanted to get this on their radio, where would they look for it?
I can't remember what it is.
Oh, look, big fans.
No, it's 107.8 The Saint, because
Right.
it sort of rhymes but not very well.
107.8 The Saint. How does that rhyme?
8 and Saint.
Depends how you say it.
107.8 The Late, I'll give you. But 107.8 The Saint, no. Play us a song.
Okay, this is Speak Your Mind by us, Scarlet Soho.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4. White girl in the underpass, and you think it's a sign. Exposed from the inside, and you know it's divine. If it is horrific, all lights and lip sync, it is horrific. It is horrific, all lights and lip sync, it is horrific. Speak your mind when everything is wonderful. Speak your mind all of the time. Speak your mind. The silence is illogical, and it's all I know this time. Blackout in the underpass, we're addicted to crime. Exposed from the outside, the infected decline. If it is horrific, all lines and lip sync, it is horrific. It is horrific, all lights and lip sync, it is horrific. Speak your mind when everything is wonderful. Speak your mind all of the time. Speak your mind. The silence is illogical, and it's all I know this time. Dance with me again. It's unlikely you should like me. Just dance with me again. It's unlikely you should lie. Oh. Speak your mind when everything's wonderful. Speak your mind all of the time. Speak your mind. This silence is illogical, and it's all I know this time. Speak your mind. Speak your mind. Speak your mind. Speak your mind.
That's the first track from my guests in the studio for this session, Scarlet Soho, and a track called Speak Your Mind, which is a favourite on their MySpace site. So pop along to MySpace and have a look at them. And we will be finding out in a little while where this... I've just remembered that we've got a bit of country band in the studio tonight, so I'm going to actually find out where this guitar's come from. Midas! Come from Stourbridge. which is a town in the West Midlands of England. Like, oh, is it the West Midlands of Great Britain? Really? It's not really, is it? Because it's the centre if you put Wales in there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's
In
the
the middle.
West Midland of England.
Brummy.
See, so now that rhymes, doesn't it? West Midland of England. 107.8 The Saint. That doesn't. This is a track called... Oh, look, I should really get this in front of me. This is a track called Don't Dance.
Dance, I said I stood up, dance. I stood up, dance. I said, oh, I think you read me wrong. I stood up, dance. I said I stood up, dance. I stood up, dance. I said, oh. You got your own way, so forgive me for smiling. Smart to your side now, your insides are violent. Remember the out crowd, mad at the in crowd. Suffice to say, suits me better. Oh, and you can't stop smiling. Forgive me, and I'm so sorry. I stood up, dance, I said I stood up, dance, I said I stood up, dance, I said, oh, I think you read me wrong. Stood up, dance, I said I stood up, dance, I stood up, dance, I said, oh. You got your own way, so why are you crying? The smoke on your side now, your insides are rhyming. Remember the out crowd, I'm mad at the in crowd. Suffice to say, yeah, it suits me better. Oh, and you can't stop smiling. Forgive or forget me, and I'm so sorry. I stood up, dance, I said I stood up, dance, I said I stood up, dance, I said, oh, I think you read me wrong. Stood up, dance, I said I stood up, dance, I stood up, dance, I said, oh, stood up, dance, I stood up, dance, I stood up, dance, oh, stood up, dance, I said I stood up, dance, I stood up, dance, I said, oh, I think you read me wrong.
Well, that sounds very familiar. I've got a feeling I might have played that in another session. So if this is on a loop, then I do apologise, but you get to hear it twice, don't you? That was Midas and Still Don't Dance, or Don't Dance. Don't dance. Yeah, still don't dance. I mean, have you ever seen me dancing? Like, no, of course you haven't, because you've never been in... Well, you have been to gigs where I've been at, but I don't dance, do I? I just stand there cool with a pint in my hand.
I might have seen you dance to Pulp.
I don't know.
No, it wasn't Pulp. James, maybe.
Everyone was
James?
dancing to
Yeah,
James.
Guildfest.
Oh, no, I didn't see them.
Oh,
I
well,
was
didn't
off
see
watching.
them.
I was off watching the unsigned bands. I tell you, someone said to me once. I was sort of like there, and Paul Weller was playing, and I'd like gone to watch him, and I was behind a big screen type of thing, you know, and this thing sort of like stood about 10 feet high, you know, and I was behind there, sort of like having a drink and like watching Paul Weller, and then someone said to me, I could see you, because when Town Called Malice came on, I'd leapt onto a seat, right, and did this death-defying dance on this seat all the way through a Town Called Malice, and they was the other side of the festival, and they could see me. Apparently there was a spotlight going.
That's brilliant.
So I have been known to dance, but and when I went to see Madness, someone said to me, "You will not stop yourself dancing." I says, "I don't dance. I just do not do it." Right? They hit the first note, and I didn't stop jumping up and down until they did the very last note. Like, it's absolutely brilliant. So, anyway, let's move on. My Alamo. They're a band who I've never come across before. They come from South Wales. And we're Moseley in Birmingham. Everybody's going to the West Midlands again today. Look, Moseley.
Moseley,
yeah. Look, we'll discuss your Birmingham accent in a minute there, Jim. So, but Jim, by the way, he's Jim from Scarlet Soho now, who sees himself as getting a bit part on Dead Ringers. His impersonation of some kind of Brummie, but it doesn't sound that Brummie to me, you see. But we will discuss this. It's more a black country accent that you've got there, which is more Wolverhampton, you see.
Okay.
I'm very much into speech and things like that, and often discuss dialects, you know, and the way that people sort of like have a regional accent and a variation. Do you remember going back to when they were after the Ripper and they had that hoax tape? They could actually tell you what estate that bloke was born on, couldn't they?
Yeah.
Because of his accent, they could tell you what estate he was born on. And you're looking there, and there's poor Rachel. She's sitting here. She's not said a word apart from when the microphones are down, and she says to me, "I don't know what you're playing this for. I really don't know what you're playing this for. But I'm going to play this one. This is My Alamo and In My Blood."
Hello, I'm an answer. Can you feel me close now? Can you take away all of the pressure? Now I feel like the one to believe in. You're the one that I've forgiven. You're the one and only reason. Now I feel that it's on the line when we fall in love. Yeah, we're animals, 'cause it's in the blood, but it's only love, and it's just a guy. Yeah, we're animals of a different kind. I'm not down, so don't cry. It's just like passing by. 21, let it go, and last forever. But it doesn't sit well to be locked inside heavenly cell. Throw my 40 days back. Now I feel like it's on the line when we fall in love. Yeah, we're animals, 'cause it's in the blood, but it's only love, and it's just a guy. Yeah, we're animals of a different kind. I'm not down, so don't cry. It's just like passing by. 21, let it go, and last forever. In the blood, I can see where my life's meant to be. Take me off, knock me down, last too long. But it's on the line when we fall in love. Yeah, we're animals, 'cause it's in the blood, but it's only love, and it's just a guy. Yeah, we're animals of a different kind. I'm not down, so don't cry. It's just love passing by. 21, let it go, and last forever. In the blood, I can see where my life's meant to be. Take me off, knock me down, last too long.
My Alamo. They come from South Wales and Bohemian Moseley. I've never been to Moseley, but there was a Jasper Carrot sketch. I'm sure it's Jasper Carrot years and years and years ago, because I love listening to all these old things, you know. And my favourite has got to be Tom Lehrer. Have you ever come across Tom Lehrer?
No.
No, he was a Yale. I'm pretty sure he was Yale or Harvard University professor. And he was a professor of mathematics. And what he used to do was make up all these songs about current affairs. And he would sort of like entertain his friends. And they said, you should do this on the stage. And he did. And he became very, very famous. Look him up on MySpace. He's got a space on MySpace. And he's still there. I expect someone's put it up there for him. I doubt if Tom himself's doing it. I would think he's probably in his 80s or 90s now. But he had a great song, which was a favourite of mine, called Poisoning Pigeons in the Park. And it's all about going out on a Sunday afternoon with his sweetheart and throwing peanuts to the pigeons, and a few of them they'd coat in cyanide. They were poisoned the pigeons. And he brought this out as a single. And I actually managed to get a copy of the original single. And on the B-side is a track called The Masochism Tango. And it's about two masochists having a tango. So great fun, great fun. The Rakes, they are a bit of a wag as well, aren't they? They have wags, and I don't mean that they're the England team's wife and girlfriends. I mean that they're a bit raffish. And speaking of raffish, I'm thinking of going up to the Hogarth exhibition at the Tate Gallery. I've never been to an art gallery before, but I fancy that, going along and looking at the Hogarth etchings and prints and things like that. And I'm trying to make myself sound really like as if I know about art now, aren't I? Which I don't. I know about music, though. This is the Rakes, and We Dance Together. Seems to be a bit of a theme here about dancing, doesn't there?
Together on the roof of the party, 5 stories removed from the troubles on the street. The sun arose, revealing the goosebumps on your arms, a sign that we should move together somewhere warm. We dance together, we dance together, we dance together. Together, we dance together, we dance together, we dance together, we dance together. We moved to the street where they tried to hold curfew and ran among the debris as the bullets flew. Helicopters circled overhead to get better view. We found a doorway, fell in and I held you, yeah. We dance together, 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 we dance together. We didn't give a shit about what they would say. Stayed up until the lights turned our eyes grey. We came to money like it was our last day. 2 fingers up for those who won't miss us when we pass away. We dance together. We dance together on the roof of the party. We dance together. We dance together. We dance together. We dance together. We didn't give a shit about what they would say. I stayed up until the light turned our world grey.
That's the rakes, and I've done a very stupid thing. I put my microphone too high. Now I've got it down now. I can actually reach it. It's like, it sounded like the Addams Family opening their front door, didn't it? My guests in the studio during this session are Scarlet Soho. They have a new single out.
That's
Well,
right.
we say it's a new single, you see, because this is what we're doing now. But when I haven't taken this off the web in 5 years' time... You'll be saying, "Oh, it was there years ago. Why they got it? Maybe they released it, and it could have been. You could have got a record deal with Mighty Mogul Records of USA or something,
Who knows?
and you've re-released it. And I believe Scarlet is here. All I can see is a partner in this
Yes.
bright red hair over there.
That's better.
So there he is. There she is. Yes, there. And I like Scarlet because the last time I saw her, she was working behind a bar.
Yes.
And all I had to do was give a little wave, and there she was, with a pint of Guinness for me.
Exactly.
So, was it Guinness or longer? What was I drinking then?
I have no idea.
Oh, you don't remember?
But I served you before everybody else.
Yeah, thank
so
you
I'm
very
nice like
much. You
that.
see, yes, you see, and it was this has got to be about 4 or 5 years ago, and you can't remember whether I was drinking Guinness or lager.
Shocking.
What do you
shocking.
call yourself, a barmaid? Oh, I don't know.
I have my usual.
Yeah, I'll have
Usual
my
for
usual,
Keith.
please. It'll be first time here, I'll have my usual, please. Pina colada and Tizer. But, anyway, your single is called Analog Dialogue.
It
Yes.
is.
Kill the beat. Poor old beat, look. Bob Fleming there, look. Coughing away there. The ultimate professional. You've brought water, you see. I've never thought of that. I've been doing this
Would you like
14
some?
years. No, it's all right,
You're
thank you.
right.
I'm
You got to
fine.
wet your whistle now. haven't you?
Yes, boom, boom, missus. Ooh, Anyway, is there a story behind this song?
Sort of. It's there's a little bit of my disgust and hatred for awful discos in there, even though it's a disco track, I suppose.
Are you talking about my livelihood here?
Oh, you were Earth, Wind and Fire man.
Yeah, I'm wind. Earth and fire sometimes pop along, but normally there's just me. Let's hear the single.
Open mouth everywhere, conversations in the air. Tune into the radio, stereo and video. Kill the beat, kill the beat, kill the beat, oh oh. Kill the beat, kill the beat, kill the beat, oh oh. Kill the beat, kill the beat, kill the beat, oh oh. Kill the beat, kill the beat, kill the beat, oh oh. Dogs at war, every image is a contact sport. All along, hit the floor with every second analog dialogue. Open mouth everywhere, calling like you never dare. White noise monitor, broken beats and breaking bones. Kill the beat, kill the beat, kill the beat, oh oh. Kill the beat, kill the beat, kill the beat, oh oh. Kill the beat, kill the beat, kill the beat, oh oh. Kill the beat, kill the beat, kill the beat, oh oh. Dogs at war, every image is a contact sport. All along, hit the floor with every second analog dialogue. Kill the beat, kill the beat, kill the beat, oh oh. Kill the beat, kill the beat, kill the beat. Open mouth everywhere, calling like you never dare. White noise monitor, broken beats and breaking bones. Kill the beat, kill the beat, kill the beat, oh oh. Kill the beat, kill the beat, kill the beat, oh oh. Kill the beat, kill the beat, kill the beat, oh oh. Kill the beat, kill the beat, kill the beat,
Well, that's got a definite Depeche Mode type beat, eat, kill the beat type thing to it. You're looking at me there, Jim, as if to say, what are you going to say about my single?
I was thinking that.
And Rachel said, well, what are you playing this for? Don't know what you're playing this one for. And she sat there so quiet all the way through. Say hello, Rachel. No, she went no, you see. And as soon as the microphones are down, whoa, criticising my production of the show she is. And then as soon as they come up, she just sits there giggling. And she's got green shoes on as well. I love green shoes. I really do. I used to have a lovely pair of green shoes. They were like little pixie shoes. and I am like a little pixie, really. Do you not think so? This is the first time we've met, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. And do you not think I remind you of a pixie?
Absolutely.
Yeah, are you see?
Pixie-esque.
Yeah, pixie-esque.
Pixie-esque.
That is the word I'm going to use now. I'm going to be www.pixieesque.com and just be on there. And I won't do anything. I'll just be there. And do you like Nick Cave?
I do, yeah.
The
Do
lady
you?
does.
I do, yeah.
I've not been a big fan in the past.
No.
But he's got this new side project, Grinder Man.
I've heard about it. I haven't actually heard it yet, though.
Oh, well,
I've
you've
heard
got a
it's
little
meant to
treat
be
coming in,
great,
haven't you?
yeah.
Yeah, haven't you?
I like his red right hand.
Oh, yes.
That one.
That's a good one.
He's got that song in he about the red right hand.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I'm into that.
Are you?
Yeah, that's
Oh, right.
that's a good one.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll pay this for Scarlet before she goes to prison.
Marvellous.
Right? Because she stole that guitar. Right?
Borrowed.
So she'll be going to prison. And don't forget, you heard it here first. Free the Internet One.
I'm a thief.
Let Scarlet go. You see, she's admitted it. Send her
There you
down.
go. It doesn't take much.
Send her down. This is Grinder Man, and I don't need you to set me free. Here, look, you see? How spooky is that? Look, you're already trying to break
What a
out.
segue.
I saw you walking down on the street. I called out from my window, but you didn't hear me. I lay down and I tried to sleep. I waited for you to walk on by again. I don't need you to set me free. I don't want you to set me free. Well, every time I see you, well, I get sick. And every time I think of you, well, I get sick. And every time I dream of you, well, I get sick. And every time I cry for you, well, I get sick. I don't want
Nick Cave and Grinder Man. Or is it Grinderman? Because we've just been having this debate, you see. Now, Paul, Jim here has just become a linguistic, right? Because we were talking about his Brummy accent. He suddenly decided now he's a linguistic, and how can I call it Grinderman when it could be Grinderman? Who decides, he said. And I thought, well, that's very, very philosophical of you, Jim. Who does decide? Who says?
Who does decide?
He's a milkman or a milkman? A postman or a postman? A woman or a woman?
John Lennon decides that one.
Yes, woman. Do. That didn't sound a bit like it, did it?
It's near enough.
I'm going to play a song.
It'll do.
This is Little Man Tate. This must be love. It must be. We still haven't found out about this jailbird over here. Right. So you've stolen this guitar from a famous group.
I did, yeah.
Yeah?
Well, as I said, borrowed, but
No, you say borrowed now, but when you was trying
he'll
to
get it
fence it
back.
earlier on,
he'll get
right?
it back at some point.
When I saw you in the second-hand shop there, right, with that Fagin-type bloke behind the counter, and he said, no, we don't get any call for this, and you said, OK then, and you walked out, you suddenly decided it was borrowed.
Yes, very much so, yes.
It wasn't there, because I watched the bill, I know about fences and things like that. I know all about them. I could have been a policeman. I failed the medical. Too
I
short.
think you would have made a good policeman.
I would have made a good policeman, wouldn't I?
I think so.
I'd have been very good there. I got a pointed head. Hat would have fitted straight away. I'd just been no good in the cars with a flat cap, would I? This is Little Man Tate and a track called This Must Be Love.
I didn't like you much. Can't remember how we ended up getting back in touch. You made me change my hair just to make me change it back again when fashion's in the air. But don't get me wrong, you weren't the first girl that I ever kissed with tongues, but you were the best. You let me touch your chest, 'cause I saved your twos on my last cigarette. I saw you on the underground, you smiled at me then turned around. Now love, this must be love. We got it all behind the station, let's avoid this situation. Love, this must be love. I couldn't work you out. You threw my CDs away, got out our photos, cut me out. And you just carry on. You tell all your mates that you were right and I was always wrong. But don't get me wrong, so wrong. You weren't the first girl that I ever kissed with tongues, but you were the best. You let me touch your chest, 'cause I saved your twos on my last cigarette. I saw you on the underground, you smiled at me then turned around. Now love, this must be love. We got it all behind the station, let's avoid this situation. Love, this must be love. Said that I was too fat, I said that you were too thick. You kissed me right on the lips, then kicked me right in the shit. You said, well, do you love me? I said, well, I think you're fit. You said we can't carry on if you cannot commit. I saw you on the underground, you smiled at me then turned around. Now love, this must be love. We got it on behind the station, let's avoid this situation. Love, this must be love. Must be love. This must be love. This must be love. This must be love. This must be love. I saw you on the underground. This must be love.
man Tate. I think they come from York, don't they? Somewhere up that way. I know they're sort of like Yorkshire type band, but I really, really like that band. I wasn't that keen on them, you know, at first, but over the years they've grown on me because I've got stuff from them going back years, it seems. And we were talking about this famous band who you stole the guitar from earlier on.
Yes.
And we're still not going to say who they are. Right, we're going to keep everyone guessing, right? And they'll all be now going around and checking the cupboards, going, "Am I missing an acoustic bass guitar?" And it used to be great when you go and you're watching a gig and you look at the back of the sort of like cases that they've got and you think, well, that's not the name of their band.
Yeah.
No, you know?
Yeah.
Where have they nicked that from? And you say yes knowingly there, you see.
No, a lot of people have come up to me and said, like, you know, where'd you get that from? As if I bought it off eBay or something. It's like, no, I just kind of stole it.
Yes, you see, this is all going out to the worldwide public. You could be out there on the FBI's most wanted, next thing you know.
You'd already phoned the police already, I'm sure.
Is this where you got the name Scarlet from? It was originally Scarlet Woman. Is that your surname? Woman?
It is, yes.
Yes.
Woman or woman?
Woman.
Exactly.
Woman.
Woman.
Sound like Terry Scott and Carry On Up the Jungle. Woman. That's a great film. Have you ever seen that?
I don't think so.
You've never seen it. You've never seen The Man in the White Suit with Alec Guinness.
No.
What a shocker.
You've never seen Carry On Up the Jungle.
I've seen a lot of Carry On films, but I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, hang on. No, maybe I have. No, I've seen the Khyber one.
Oh, Carry On Up the Khyber.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That's a classic.
It is. Sydney Rough Diamond. It's the governor.
And and the Scarlet Fingernail, the other one.
The Scarlet Pimpernel. Yeah, the Scarlet Fingernail, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yes, that's right. What one was that? That was Carry On, Don't Lose Your Head.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was that one?
That one's brilliant.
Like Carry On Screaming as well.
Oh,
was
that is
good.
great.
That's great.
That's absolutely great. When she lies out on the settee and she says, "Do you mind if I smoke?" And all the smoke starts coming out of her body. And they're melting people down to make dummies, aren't
Yes.
they? And you've got
Wicked.
Dan the lavatory man.
Have you seen the What a Lovely Pair one? That's a good one. Isn't it?
What a lovely pair. That's got to appear in every Carry On film,
yeah.
isn't it?
Oh, what a lovely pair.
Should we move on?
It's an idea.
We'll have another song. This is the Arctic Monkeys. Have you heard the Arctic Monkeys there? You're sitting there freezing. Poor Rachel here. All she's done is criticise, right, and freeze.
And she's got to drive us home after this as well.
Is she driving us home, is she?
Yeah, we don't drive.
How does she know where I live?
Oh, Keith too.
Yes.
Marvellous.
We'll all come. We're all getting in the back of your car. What type of car have you got there, Rachel?
Peugeot.
A Peugeot. Right, do Peugeot pay you lots of money? No. Well, why are you advertising their cars? You fool. You need a sponsorship deal.
Trying, top marks for not trying. So I love you to bless us with your effortlessness. We're grateful and so strangely comforted. And I wonder how you putting us under. 'Cause we can't take our eyes off the t-shirt and ties combination. We'll see you later, innovator. Some want to kiss, some want to kick you. There's nothing that you couldn't slip through. Or at least that's the impression I get. 'Cause you're smooth and you're wet and she's not aware yet, but she's yours. She'll be saying use me, show me the jacuzzi. I imagine that it's there on a plate. You're our rendezvous rate, means that you'll never be frightened to make them wait for a while. I doubt it's your style not to get what you set out to acquire. The stand in with your additions and jokes. Bet there's hundreds of blokes that have a web cost you've stolen there. Thunder, are you fitting us under? 'Cause we can't take our eyes off the t-shirts and ties combination. Well, see you later, innovator.
Well, that little gap there had everyone in the studio jump, but not me, because I'd listened to it earlier on today. That's the Manic Street Preachers. It isn't really, is it? It's the Arctic Monkeys. We're the Manic Street Preachers. It's because you look so much like Nicky Wire. It's unbelievable. You'll have to go to their MySpace, Scarlet Soho. Is it Scarlet Soho? Is it?
It's / Scarlet Soho UK.
Oh.
One word.
Because someone in Lima decided to create one that was just Scarlet Soho.
Oh.
Or maybe it was just someone that didn't like us.
Maybe. So yeah, remember the UK.
So it's Scarlet Soho UK. I'd have a look at a picture of Jim there because he looks so much like Nicky Wire. And
better looking, Keith.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Well,
It's been said.
right. Next time I see Nicky, I'll ask him. And there it is. I went to see the Arctic Monkeys about a year or so ago, and I think that they wound up the bloke, you know, who was on the door, and there was some old fella on the door, and I went up and I said, "Oh, what's the running order, mate?" And he went through it, and they'd written it down on a bit of paper for him, you see, and he went, "Oh, right, so and so's on at this time, so and so's on at this time," and he said, "And the Flunky Donkeys are on about 9:30," and I think that they've written that down for him, the Flunky Donkeys.
That's great.
and he said to me, they probably weren't used to. Well, no, I've been there to see a few bands. I've seen a few bands down there, and but they'd obviously wound this bloke up, you know, the Flunky Donkeys. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. And
We've changed a few band names before, haven't we?
You have.
No, you were with me.
I
You
have, especially when I've been introducing them on stage. I remember one night, right, and even at the beginning of the evening, before the Guinness had started to flow, right, first band on, right, introduced them on, and you could see them all looking at each other, and because they were sort of like just in awe of being introduced on stage, they carried on, you know, and away they went. And then someone tapped me on the back, like, and said, "That's not them." And I said, "Well, someone's just in your running order." Like, and they said, "Oh no, they've pulled out, that band." This is, and they had nothing. Anyway, then we come on to a fella from DIY Cravings, Alex, and I'm standing there going to him, "Right, oh, Alex, you know, we're having a chat, you know, right, you're on next, yeah, okay, Alex, on you go, right." Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce Will from the DIY Cravings. and he stood there, and he just, like, at least he said into the microphone, he just said, "I'm not Will, I'm Alex." And then went into his first song. So it's absolutely great. Ian Archer. And yeah, good. He's got a drink named after him, Archers and Lemonade.
Nice.
Yeah, with ice, which you'd know about being a barmaid.
I would,
Not a
yeah.
very good one, though, because you can't remember what I was drinking.
I think I've served you once, maybe, but
Oh, right, just now you said that you were beating the door down to try and get to me before anyone else got
of course,
served.
I always put you at the front of the queue.
That's
definitely.
very kind. That's very
But I
kind.
just get your drink wrong.
Bailey's.
Yeah.
I have to stand on tiptoes to be able to see over the bar. That's
I've
what
got
it
to
is.
stand on tiptoes to get to the optics, so you're all right.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Do you have little crates there? That's what you want to do. You want to put little
Like
crates.
librarians, like ladder on
Yeah.
wheels. That would be nice, actually.
Wouldn't that be great? You know, just taking the backs off everyone's calves as you walk going along. And there they are, bleeding into their socks. This is Ian Archer and a track called -10.
My transatlantic sentence arrived upon your ears. We doubt everything too much, I said. We hold too many fears. Tell me something that is vaguely original, you said. And the ensuing silence was broken. It's -10 out here. You said it and then you went. It's -10 out here. Your voice was shaking. It's -10 out
glass under the skin. Don't talk like that, you said. It scares me when you do, but we're so brittle deep inside.